is Sunday, what is it, July 16th. Yes, prep starts tomorrow, the 17th. So tonight I'm actually on my way to my favorite pizza place. I'm gonna meet up with Marcellus. He was just in Austin. He got me something from Austin that I have been wanting to try. And then I'm gonna eat my favorite pizza. So that way tomorrow, all my cravings will be gone. Normally for me, if I have like a really bad craving and then I eat it, it takes me a while to get that craving back. So I just wanna go ahead and get the craving out of the way. I just wanted to enjoy my last day before prep. I haven't worked out the past 3 days. I wanted to go into this prep completely refreshed, ready to just hit the ground running. So I decided, you know what, a big rest period, I guess, would be really good for me. So I took Friday, Saturday, and today off, and so tomorrow I can go hit it hard. Body will be relaxed. I went and got a massage. Might show you all that later. Totally bruised, got some scraping done, fire cupping done. It felt good. So I just wanted to come into this prep 100% ready to go. But like I said, I'm on my way to meet Marcellus right now. I'm actually running late, so he's gonna hold that over my head. But yeah, so I will see y'all when I'm eating pizza. I love pizza. I'm so excited. Okay, bye. I am at Jennilea. So we just ordered our pizza. I'm here with Marcellus. Say hi.
What?
Say hi.
Oh, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
He got me Bordeaux donuts, and this is one of them. Oh my god. Good one.
It's called the blackout. I don't even know if you guys can really see that right now, but it's a bunch of chocolate deliciousness.
Alright, we're gonna try it. Because, why not? You know what? Dessert for an appetizer is always fun.
There you go.
Oh my god. You're gonna see them pick it up. A massive bite.
I'm getting a little jealous over here. Just a tad. Yeah. I wasn't exaggerating. Sex in the mouth. That is what's going on right now. Just for those of you who aren't aware, that is exactly what's happening to her right now. I know, right? Just let it take you.
It's so good. That's why he's my favorite person.
Boom. Gotta take care of my friends.
Lord.
So good. So hard.
Good morning, beautiful people. Alright, so it is 6:47 on July 17th, which means prep has officially started today. The first thing I want to talk about when it comes to prep is it's not for everybody. That's 150% true. You don't have to compete if you're working out. It's not necessary. It's not required. For me personally, I just wanted something more of a challenge. I was working out all the time, and I'm a very competitive person. And so I was like, I need a reason to be working out this hard. And so I found bodybuilding. Well, first I found CrossFit, and I was like, meh. Then I found powerlifting, and it was okay. It just wasn't for me. You know, I enjoy the movements, but the workouts I didn't really care for. And then I found bodybuilding, which was kind of already the workouts I was doing. And then it allowed me to have that super intense mindset. And for me, when I'm on prep, I feel much more like myself. I feel very complete. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I love how hard you have to push yourself. I love how dedicated you have to be. I love that it's an all or nothing mindset, because that's how I am with a lot of stuff. I don't do anything if I'm not going to do it 100%. And so that's what I really like about prep and about bodybuilding and about, you know, getting ready to get on a stage, is just putting all of my hard work and putting all of my heart into it. And like I've told a few people, you know, who've asked me about it and talked to me, being shredded is just a side effect of prep. Like for me, like, yeah, that's the whole point of prep, but that was just something that happened, you know. For me, it was more showing myself that I was able to do that, showing myself that mentally and physically I can get to where I need to be, and that I can push myself harder even whenever I feel like I can't. And so it's like I said, it's not for everybody. If you know you're not good under a ton of physical and mental stress, don't do it like at all, because it is so much mental and physical stress. Like there were days I would be crying in the gym last prep just because I was so exhausted. I was like, I can't push myself any harder. But then I could, and those are the moments that I live for. Like those are the moments that just kind of define who I am and how my prep is going. So it's not for everybody. Don't feel like you have to compete, and definitely don't ever compare what I'm doing to what you're doing, especially if you're not on a competition prep. And even if you are on a prep, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you should do it. So if you see me taking all these supplements or eating very restricted foods or things like that, like don't think you need to do it to lose fat, or don't think you need to do it to get shredded, because trust me, being shredded is not that fun. Like it is not that fun. It's so exhausting. You have no energy to do anything. Like your body just can't function the way it needs to function. And that's why you're only shredded for such a short period of time, because your body needs to be able to function. And so if you see me doing stuff and you're like, oh, I need to do that, please don't. Please do not do it. But for today's Mindset Monday, I actually just kind of want to talk about a little bit of the champion mindset and that all or nothing, because it's not for everybody. Not everybody can have that mentality. But it is something you can apply in life, even if it's at work or your family or whatever. Just making sure you put all of yourself into whatever you love, whatever you enjoy, and don't be able to look back and be like, oh, you know what? I should have tried this, or I should have gone for this, or I should have whatever. Don't allow yourself to look back and have any regrets, or to think, oh, I should have tried harder. Because my biggest thing is I need to always be the hardest worker in the gym, because I can't see my competition. I can't see what they're doing. I can't check on them. I don't know if they're following their diet. But in my mind, they are. They're 150%, so I need to be 200%. No matter what I'm doing, no matter how I feel, no matter if I just want to go home and go to bed, I need to be at that 200%, even on days that I don't have it. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you probably see me post it a few times, but let's say you're 100%, and your 100% is like kicking butt, taking names, doing everything, and then one day you just don't feel good. You still give whatever your 100% for that day is. Like, so let's just say, for example, you can rep out 150 pounds on whatever for like 15, but then one day you're not feeling good and you go and you can barely get 150 pounds for like 5. Well, you know what? You better do those 5 and do those 5 the best you can, drop the weight, and then rep out as many as you can and give 150% for that day. And it might not be the same as your other days, but at least you tried and at least you put all of your effort into it, because it's not worth putting, like, half-assing anything. Excuse my language, but to me, it's not worth it. Why are you going to do something if you're not going to do your best? And if I'm putting my name on something, you bet that it's going to be awesome, because I'm not going to, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to allow something to be viewed as me, as part of me, and it be lazy, or it be crappy, or it be, whatever it might be. It's going to be the best that I can do no matter what. And that's kind of how you have to have, that's kind of what you need for that championship mindset is, I'm going to do what it takes. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do steroids. I don't know. To me, I'm not going to kill my body for this sport. I'm not going to alter my DNA for this sport. I like my DNA. I like a lot of stuff about myself. So, I mean, that's one thing I'm not going to do, that some people are like, okay, well, you're not doing all or nothing. I'm doing my all or nothing. So that's another thing. Don't allow someone else's opinions or critiques to completely consume you, because it might not be for you. But you should always have that all or nothing on everything you do. It could be on cleaning the house. It could be on picking up your kids on time. It could be whatever you need to apply it to for your life. Apply it to your life. So yeah, and then, yeah, prep starts today, guys. Oh yeah, my shoulder. I was going to talk to you about that a little bit. I got the cupping done. I don't know if you can see it. Fire cupping. and scraping. It's extremely bruised. I don't know if you can see it. I don't have a lens. I don't know if you can see my tricep. So basically what happened is I have a very messed up AC joint. It causes me a ton of pain. I wasn't able to lift my shoulder past like here. Oh, I don't know if you heard it, but it popped. I wasn't able to lift my shoulder past here. I can lift it up to like here now, and it starts to hurt a little bit. It gets really tight. I wasn't able to lift here, or I wasn't able to cross my body. Like I still can't, only because it's so bruised. But basically how I kind of talked about, I just wanted to go into this prep full force. The oven's going off. Okay, so I wanted to come into this prep full force. I didn't want to leave anything behind. I didn't want to have, anything really holding me back at all. And so one thing was my shoulder. I wasn't able to get good shoulder workouts. I would be in a lot of pain through most of them. I couldn't do a lot of chest movements because I couldn't do the pushing. I couldn't do a lot of overhead presses because it would just be, I would almost be in tears. It would hurt so bad. So I sucked it up, paid the money I needed to pay, and got it looked at, and he relieved a lot of the pressure that I was holding on. Basically, all of my pec muscles, all of the rotator cuff were all pulling together, and then it was causing my pec muscle to overlap my front delt. And so he had to go in and separate the muscles, which is why right here is all so bruised. He had to separate the muscles. He had to loosen the fascia in my bicep and in my tricep, because whenever I would lift my arm, it would, from my chest, like from my sternum, all the way to my elbow, all of that would hurt, like all the way down the back, all of the front, the whole thing would hurt. So I got it done from him. He was super awesome. I don't know if he has an Instagram. I haven't found it, but if he does, I'll put it down below. He's super awesome. He's in Fort Worth. Great dude. Made me very comfortable and really knows what he's doing, really knows what he's trying to do, knows what he's working around. And then he went around and I don't have any, any scapula flexibility in my back. That's why my back pose is uneven. And so he loosened up my traps a little bit. I had a huge knot back there, so he fixed all of that. But yeah, there's my update on my shoulder. Prep starts today. I'm so excited. Yeah. I feel like there's something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Maybe I went in circles on this, I don't know. My food is being prepped right now. Well, I've already prepped it. My salmon's in the oven. But yeah, that's prep. You gotta get up at 6 a.m. and cook a bunch of food for prep. Maybe. Alright, bye guys.